And of course, Jimmy won the national championship. Had successful surgery all year for the Connecticut Sun, but 11 of their 15 losses have been by fewer than 10 points. First bucket of the game goes to Layla Lacan for Connecticut.
And she did such a phenomenal job of snaking that ball screen and then getting into the paint. That's where she's at her best.
Camila Cardoso looking to pick up where
in their last game.
But now the matchup for Cardoso is Brittany Griner, who's 3 blocks away from tying the all-time WNBA record in that category. Stevens with a 3 ball off the mark, and here come the Sun. This is Lacan, the product out of France, for Brittany Griner. Olivia Nelson-Adota misses long, and there is a lot of length on the floor in this starting lineup for the Sun.
Well, you couldn't get a better matchup against Nelson-Adota than Azurá Stevens. Now that's length on length. Connecticut length on length.
Cardoso blocked by Griner here, assuming that block for Griner counts as such, and it does. She is now 2 blocks away from tying Margot Didek's all-time WNBA record for career blocks. Charlize Ledger-Walker off the mark. Griner to Skylar Diggins. 24 points in the first meeting of the season between these two teams. And it wasn't that long ago, June 5th, Sydney Taylor with the air ball trying to follow up her 3, but Taylor has become a much more prominent factor in the lineup for the Sky even since June 5th.
Well, she's just doing a really good job of growing her minutes.
Maybe a little early for a heat check here, just about 8 minutes to go in the first. Cardoso off the glass.
Aggressiveness, and that's a carryover from what she did against Dallas. That was the best version of her, is when she's being aggressive and playing with pace.
She made 10 field goals in both of her games against Dallas this season. That's a career high for Cardoso, who has eaten the wings alive this season and now is giving Brittany Griner a tough time defending that last shot attempt well. This stays in France's top pro league. Lacan out of that same league.
And let her go and let her have the layup.
Lacan has all 5 of the Suns' points. She hits the free throw there, and that's been the bugaboo for Lacan this season. Now just 12 of 22 at the line. Diggins misses the answer. Rebound picked up by Jaquez into Diggins. 3 ball off the mark. Stevens is cut off by Nelson-Adota. Taylor off the screen, room in the lane, finger roll off the rim.
Connecticut is playing defensively just the way that Rashid Mezion wants them to play, with that toughness, physicality, grit. This is how they played last season. Haven't seen a lot of it this season.
Brittany Griner a little too strong. She thought there was a foul on Cardoso. Diggins drives the rookie Ledger-Walker and picks up the foul. First free throw good for Diggins. Hits both free throws, her first points of the night.
Excuse me, Chris. Connecticut's going a little smaller now with their lineup. So Griner will go out. Nelson-Adota will go to the 5, and now Anissa Morrow will come in at the 4.
Sanaya Rivers off the mark, and Anissa Morrow, yes, undersized, but a beast on the glass, averaging a double-double this season, over 10 rebounds per game. So Connecticut small in name only with Morrow on the floor.
Well, she had 17 rebounds against Chicago in their last matchup, so I know that they're familiar with her and making an effort to keep her off the glass.
Everything but the finish for Cardoso. Recycled out to Natasha Cloud, and then a foul. Cardoso fouled out on Saturday at Dallas in that 1-point loss. Foul call there might have brought up bad memories. And she just picked up another foul there. Throw line. The former UConn Husky.
So now you have an example of her impact. In just 5 minutes, she already has been to the free throw line. She has 5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 points. So her being out, it hurts her, it hurts the team, but it also hurts Elizabeth Williams because now she has to play earlier than what she needs to.
Cloud the rebound off the Diamond Miller miss. Azurá Stevens stops, pops, in and out. Battling for her own miss, but Lacan comes up with it for the Sun. Lacan slips it to Miller, and the extra pass made to Morrow. She can't finish.
Defense.
Pick and roll, Elizabeth Williams. Kick out, Stevens. Elbow J. Got it.
There are not many 6'6" players that can shoot pull-up jumpers and make it look as smooth as Azurá Stevens can.
Another former UConn Husky and Nelson. Here's Diggins looking for her first field goal of the game. Williams on a cut is fouled by...
This really doesn't surprise me that both teams about the finish.
And that's a great point because in the first meeting between Chicago and Connecticut on June 5th, the Sky had just 11 points in the first quarter, ended the game with 85 and a win. But Elizabeth Williams misses 2 free throws, and so we remain 9-9. Here's Rivers out to Ledger Walker for 3. Williams the rebound.
On both ends for Chicago with her length and versatility.
Maddie Westbeld off the mark. Cloud the off.
After her successful surgery, her and her mom, Cayenne, so we have to give a special shout out to Rakia, and we cannot wait for her to be back.
Even though the recovery road is long, it's still got to feel good to have that procedure over with, and now the actual rehab can begin. Ball out of... She was traded to the Sun last season in the Aaliyah Edwards deal. Saw Aaliyah Edwards check into the game a few moments ago for the Sun. First free throw good for now for a chance to win.
Let's go, Sun! Let's go, Sun!
Kennedy Burke was unavailable in the first meeting between these two teams. She initiated that, and Aaliyah Edwards with the putback.
And Kennedy Burke is someone that Tyler Marsh was a little concerned about. She didn't play against Chicago in their last matchup, but she was hot. She had 17 points against Toronto Temple in their last game. But again, she's someone that